Bro, I love that you're all cleaned up, ready to go to LA, bro.
It's time for a
Got the
haircut
tight
anyway.
fade.
It's time for a haircut anyway. But, you know how hard it is to get the beard the way you want it. That takes time. My hair grows a lot faster than my beard does for some reason. So it's I'm happy with where it's at right now currently. So
What do you think the biggest difference is between I don't know, white people beard and black people beard? I don't know. Yours always looks like thick and curly, bro. Like mine, it doesn't grow right. Like I got this long shit here, but this side doesn't grow like that. It just
a different type
not
of hair.
symmetrical at all.
Well, I just have more coarse hair, more thick curly hair in general.
Yeah, but it looks fuller and it like keeps its shape.
Well, that's because it's more coarse. You know what I mean? So like it looks fuller, but my hair is actually probably shorter than yours is if you were to like, mine doesn't grow as long, but it's thicker and more coarse.
You don't think you could get it this long, bro? Like, what if you brushed it out?
Nah, it would probably take time.
Oh, okay.
No, it would take a lot of time. Like the same way as top of your head. It would take me a long time to get my hair as long as yours is.
Bro, I would love to see you with the fade,
again?
the come over, bro. You could do it, bro. I know you could. Ooh, come on, bro. I'd love that shit. Let's see real quick before we get into it. So lots of shit going on. We are headed to LA tomorrow. We're going to record a bunch of promos, trailers. We're going to knock out as many episodes as we can at the Village Studios in LA. It's fucking gorgeous. I'm excited to introduce the whole team is flying out together. So, we're going to try to get a couple episodes with the whole team in it. A book is coming out. It's actually being uploaded now to Amazon and other areas. And then coming soon. Yeah, exactly. Coming soon will be streettailsnetwork.com where you can go to check all the podcast shows, episodes, buy the book and eventually books. And eventually there will be apparel on there. And also you can book for any of us because it'll be the team of four of us, me, you, Mo, and Adam for podcast guests, keynote speaking, whatever it is. All in one place, baby.
It's exciting, bro. It's exciting. I'm going to give you your flowers while we're sitting here talking about it. You are a man of many ideas. And I always have to give you credit when, as another fellow idea guy, it's always nice to see an idea come to fruition. So, I'm going to put a lot of work behind the scenes in this. So I'm definitely very, very happy to be a part of it and very proud of you going after something. So,
let's go, bro. I'll take it because I'm doing it with my friends. Mo and I were talking the other day. She's like, man, I can't wait till I'm talking to you. And you're like, you're rich. And I'm like, what do you mean you're rich? I was like, if I come up, we all come up. Like, what are you talking about? There ain't no me. It's we. It's we. And that's how it should be.
So it should be. I believe. I agree. If you're successful and everybody around you is not successful, I think you're doing something wrong.
So I just can't do it, bro. I'm just not that guy.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Yeah. Where you're stepping on again, I'm trying to think, bro, because I'm going to say this, but I'm trying to think, and correct me if I've never stepped on the back of anyone, friend or enemy, to like get over on them, to promote myself. Like I would never throw somebody under the bus to make myself look good, and let alone a friend. I mean, I would say so-called friend at that point if you're doing some shit like that. Like that's just, it's not worth it, dude.
No, it's not. As I progress through life, you see a little bit more of that, and it's just something that I've never felt the need to stand on anyone else or the shoulders of anyone else to feel tall. So, I feel as tall as I need to feel, standing on my own 2 feet, planted firmly on the ground. And I think that is the more I see people operate just in professionally and just in regular life, it's almost kind of like, it's very off-putting to me. So when you see it, it's like,
yeah, that's immediate no, hard no. Like you're not invited to be around me, let alone come to the barbecue.
Yeah, I'm like,
you're in my space. You're in my space.
I'm just gonna gracefully bow out, and I'm good. I don't have anything negative to say. Just I'm gonna be over there. I'm okay. I'm good.
Yeah, dude. This wasn't one of our topics, but it's just something that's coming up. But it's like, because when were you born? You were born in the 80s, right?
86.
Yeah. So we're 80s kids, which now makes me feel old. But I try not to speak for the entire generation of the 80s, but the way I was brought up and the way I've interacted with men, women, adults, whatever, in my whole life is like, if you got a problem with somebody, you say it to their face, you address it. And yet now I'm in my 40s and it's like, if you do that, you either like, oh, you're using your size to intimidate me. I'm like, I'm not even, my voice isn't even raised yet. And I'm telling you to your face, this is my problem. Like, let's either fix it or we need to compromise. We need to figure it out. If I have to be around you, we got to figure this out. And that has gone by if I have to. It's typically only in the workplace, because if I don't have to be around you, then I got nothing to say. I'll just move on. And bro, that is seen as like such a confrontational. I mean, I guess it is, but it's like, it's not like I'm not fighting you. It's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I think again, I know it's a generalization, but
It is.
To me personally, it seems soft that you can't like address something, and that when you can't take criticism, and also when you can't give criticism either. I've noticed it more professionally than I have in say in personal life, because you kind of you have to deal with people professionally, in professional setting. People are more inclined to say things about you behind your back as opposed to talking to you. And then when you catch wind of it, now if I come to you and I'm like, hey, do you have a problem?
No, well, why would you say that?
No. I'm like, all right, man. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. They'll say no with all their teeth shown, bro. It's like, nah, bro.
Exactly. But now if I knock you out, I'm an asshole, right? Okay.
Now, and that's the thing. I've had it both ways. I've had people say, yo, man, this was fucked up. And most of the time I'm like, oh my God, I didn't think of it, that I didn't even realize that wasn't my intention, whatever. I could maybe a handful of times where I was like, this is what it is. Sorry, don't like it. Very few, but I find it like when I go to talk to confront somebody else, and again, it respectfully, I don't know. It's either what you just said, like, oh, well, there's no problem. I'm like, nah, motherfucker, I know, or they just try to gaslight me and say that I'm the one that's fucked up. I'm like, listen, you.
All right, man.
I'm trying to be nice. You're gonna make me be not nice.
Exactly. You know what? You got it, dog. You got it. Again, it goes back to what I said before. I don't need this to feel tall. So it's okay, man. Yeah. You win. You got it.
Yeah, you're the one.
You're the one. You're the winner.
All right, sorry. Little bunny trail. Recruiting in sports, bro.
Yeah, man. It is someone who comes from obviously an athlete.
Yeah, we both play college ball, so we have a little some leg to stand on.
So I'm speaking from obviously a perspective that I support. Right. I think recruiting in sports should be a bigger focus, especially like in law enforcement. Two things. One, for people who
this isn't where I thought you were going. Sorry.
No. So I think that for people who have not experienced the toll it takes on your body, one, to compete in college athletics, right?
Yeah.
And also complete your studies, depending on what your major is, handling both high stress level and also the need to be athletic, be physical, and also for the most part, be smart, be somewhat scholastically inclined.
Yeah, because you still got to pass all your classes.
Speak well, articulate your thoughts, write your ideas down, be clear and concise. Those kind of things, I think, are skills that obviously not only translate to the business world, but I think especially in law enforcement, because you want that type of, you want those kind of qualities, right? You don't want somebody that's just smart but can't bring it, on the physical aspect of the job, and also vice versa. You don't want just the stereotypical dumb jock meathead guys who just want to kick down doors but can't write good reports, and can't talk to people, don't know how to interview, can't get on the fucking stand and speak eloquently. So I think recruiting in sports should be a bigger focus. When I was recruiting, so that's something that I always wanted to expand on, is because you do have, you're looking at people who are already exhibiting those traits that you would like to see. And generally speaking, those are the kind of overall people that you want, to kind of do this job.
Yeah, teamwork too, because that was one of the things I missed when I left college ball, and I was in finance and I was doing all that stuff. I was making a lot of money, but I felt alone. Yeah. And it's hard to explain because it's like, I'm a man, I could do shit on my own. Yes. But I don't know. It's more fun. It's more exciting. It's more fulfilling when you could do it with a team, I guess.
Yeah. Well, human beings are tribal people. Human beings are tribal creatures, right? So when you're doing something together with your tribe and your, whatever, your team, your people, your whatever, I think it's a lot more fun, and it's also, you feel more secure in doing it.
No, for sure. I will say, when talking about my college experience playing football, everyone rolls their eyes because I will say, I got recruited and I went. And you would go to this like student athlete room and you pick up your books and your schedule because you had somebody do all that for you. You had all the resources made just abundantly available with tutors, student aides, whatever it is you needed. And I just thought that was normal college stuff. And then talking to other people, they're like, "Ugh, you must have been a fucking football player." And I'm like, "Well, listen, we did have some perks. Yes, I'm not going to sit here and say we didn't. But were you up at 4 a.m. Monday through fucking Friday doing 2-3 hour workouts, depending on if you were in trouble or not, and then having to take a nap, go to class, go back to practice, get done with practice, watch there was many weeks, months, I was up at 4 a.m. every day, and I didn't get home or back to the dorm, whatever it was, till like 10, 11 o'clock at night. to do it all over again, on top of studying, getting papers done, all this other shit. So it is a grind. It is a hustle. You figure it out for sure. But that's not to take away anybody else's, effort that they put in. I'm just saying, it's like, yeah, we do get some benefits, but like, imagine if they added on, you had to go talk to this counselor and get your schedule, and then you had to go stand in a 3-hour line to go get your books. And all. It was like, bro, I don't have time.
I don't have time. Never get shit done. Yeah.
No, that's a valid point.
Yeah. So I think it's, it's something that I think when you look at the nature, what the profession is, I've always, no, I think I said this in a different street tales episode. I just think that when people call the police, they're looking for somebody who can actually help them. People can take that for what they want to take it for. But
whatever their issue is, they want you to help it.
They want you to, they're calling for somebody that can help them. So whether, whatever you can provide and bring to the table, I think those are some things that are important to have.
One serious recruiting thing that because I've talked to now 3 different retired law enforcement professionals who all started their like professional careers as like an EMS, EMT, firefighting, whatever it is. Everyone's a little different. And they were like teenagers when they did it, and then they just transitioned into law enforcement for one reason or another. But think about the skill sets they have. They know how to provide care. They know the streets and the roads because they've been driving an ambulance or whatever it is. They know how to work in a unit or as a team. They have the ability to speak with people in a high stress environment. Something medically is wrong, and they know how to act. It's not a direction I ever thought to look in, but there's a lot of paramedics and stuff that are riding around. Imagine if you already had that skill set.
Yes. Well, good idea you said. I'm laughing because we didn't talk about it, but I got to interject for a second. Everything you're saying is true. I just want you to picture this in your brain, right? High stress moment, gunshot wound. Would you ever put cold butter, on a wound?
No. What's happening?
Okay, just that actually happened somewhere.
Wait, did a cop do that, or a family member or some shit? Please don't tell me it was a cop, bro.
I'm gonna leave it at that. So, so as you're talking, that when you're saying that, yes, but that popped into my head, and that's not good. I'm sorry.
For people listening, do not put butter in any wound, period, let alone a gunshot wound. Oh my God. That's not where I thought you were going. All right. Now let me tell you my second one that I half joking, I'm not. Let me give a little backstory. So we had, in my time in the Secret Service, we had probably, I don't know, a dozen or so recruits that were, look good on paper, college, all that stuff, but they had a little bit of issues in their background. And the issue was, a couple of them were strippers, and a few of them had done amateur porn, and that vetoed. And I actually had this conversation with the head of the detail, which is like many, 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 many levels above me, because I was telling my direct line supervisor, I was like, why is this that a hard out? Like, why do we just X them out for that? I was like, they're in shape. They know how to talk to people. Clearly, they're comfortable in front of a camera. People, clearly, right? Yep. I said, and as long as they didn't have any again, they all had college degree. Like, this is something they did when they were like in their teens or 20s, and then they outgrew it and they moved on, right? Yeah. Hey, I'm just doing this to work my way through college. Well, some of them actually did that, and now they don't do that anymore. I was like, why is it such a hard out, like a hard no? They didn't have a good hard no for me. They were like, well, it's there's drugs. I said, they didn't do drugs, or it wasn't in their background. They just did this job. Nothing illegal. It's not even illegal.
Not even illegal. Yeah.
Why is it such a hard no?
Just the perception, but
still, so
there's negative perception on other shit too. So I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, hard no. I bet it's the same with the sheriff's office and any other law enforcement. They don't like it, but I'm like, but if they're not doing drugs and they're not committing crimes, what is the problem?
Yeah, I don't know if that's
you still meet all the qualifications.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard that coming up.
Oh, it does. It does.
No, I'm saying it just in my experience in recruiting, I've never heard of that. It's never come up.
But I still stand by my point.
I don't think it should be a hard no.
No. Yeah. Anyway, that was a fun conversation for like an hour. I will say this. I'll give credit where credit is due. He gave me like the hard.
That's interesting. Yeah. It hasn't come up. I've never heard of that before. Yeah,
why? I don't know. I don't know. Something I remember from my time, and we all laugh. All right. Next one. I'm going to look some up too, but old cliches, because you brought some up that got me thinking now.
Yeah, bro. And it's something that, for the people listening, it's like, as I've progressed through life, right, you come across things that like your parents would, letters that your parents try to teach you when you're young. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't got to listen to that shit. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, blah, blah, right? But like, I've come to realize that a lot of these old cliches obviously come from fucking somewhere, right? And they're a cliche and they're for a reason, right? And I'm like, so if I could go back and talk to like my 20-year-old self, like, hey man, pay attention to these cliches. They're cliches for a reason. Like to my used to, this is one of his favorite ones he would always say. He's like, there's nothing new under the sun. What you've been doing, what you're doing has already been done. I'm like,
I believe that's a biblical verse too.
But like as I get, I'm like, yeah, that's not new. It's just a lot of things are just recycled, coming back around.
Well, it's not a historical thing, but even talking with Frank, Mo's husband, here you and I are when we created the working with probation and all that other stuff to target, high level reoffenders. I mean, I wrote a thesis on it. I did all this stuff, formed it. Nobody in the sheriff's office, they acted like it was just the new hot thing. And Frank was like, oh yeah, I think we did that like 20 years ago. I was like, damn it. But nobody had any clue about what I was saying. I was like, this is a good idea. Why aren't we doing it?
Like,
so, I mean, that's just a, applicable one.
Yeah, but and I guess, some of them, a lot of these cliches are just so cliche. I can't even like just, think there's so many, can't really think
hold on. I got some because I looked them up. And some stand out. And this is more funny for cops, better safe than sorry. That's CYA. Yeah, that's a good one. The grass is always greener on the other side. It always looks greener, but sometimes you get there like, motherfucker, this ain't great.
Yep.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Bro, I know there's a lot of things I wish I didn't know. You can't judge a book by its cover. Let's see. Actions speak louder than words. Facts all day. That's probably the most, like, just, you learn that, bro. When someone's telling you all the nice things, all their teeth hanging out of their mouth, smiling at you, like, show me, bro. It's an uphill battle. Yeah, right?
Right? I'm telling you, man, these things are just, golly, man.
Easy come, easy go. You can apply that to relationships, outcomes.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's why everybody wants you back into the fucking office because they're like, oh, if I can't see you.
Mind over matter. They don't mind, that don't matter.
Yep. Bro, this one's kind of applies to a lot of things. Early bird catches the worm. Now, for me, that means a couple different things, but what I've learned is I've been getting up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and I go get my workout in. And there's days where I can get my workout in, laundry done, house clean, shit, sometimes even groceries before I even go to work, dude. So then when I'm done with work, it's a wrap. And sometimes I meal prep or whatever, but I'm not saying that it's easy and I'm not saying I love it all the time, but I like it when I get off work and I'm like, oh, I don't have to do all this other shit at 5 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock at night where it's busy everywhere. It doesn't matter where you live. It's an awful place to be. So for me, that's kind of what it means. Let's see here. That's a little too much. It is what it is. I mean, I think I've said that a million times, but
ball up top is that's one of my favorite ones lately, bro. That's like I heard a guy was talking about it. I was like, it's a good shit. He's like my true athletes that ever play sports know exactly what I mean when I say ball up top. Right? Yeah. He's like, so no matter what the situation is, whether I'm winning or I'm losing, every day's a new day. Ball up top, got one out, play, run it again.
Ooh, bro, look at this one. It's better to light a candle than try to cure the darkness. Ooh, that's more of a deep one. I don't even know if that's a cliche. It's in there though. Yeah. All right, hold on. We're gonna spend like 2 more minutes on this. Oh my God, bro, there's so many.
So many, man.
Oh my God, they have them alphabetized. Okay, I'll leave with that. Champagne taste on a beer budget. I don't think these are cliches. I don't know what these are. Shit, bro. All right, we're done with that. There's a lot, bro. I didn't realize there's so many.
There's so many, bro. But every time I pop up, I'm like,
yeah,
that's a good. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, let's give shout out to our boy Stoll.
Hey,
just do your job. Don't do less. Don't do more. Just do your job. You'll be a fucking rock star. Actually, he would be like fucking rock star. I can't do his fucking accent. I can't do it.
That's probably my second. That's my second favorite Stoll quote.
Oh,
nice quote, but my favorite one. And all the people that were in the room that day will remember this, the way he said it. He's like, hey, everybody take a look around. Everybody won't be here. He's like, everybody ain't going to make it, but I'll be here.
Well, bro, it wasn't just a saying, but when he looked at, we'll leave his name out, but when he looked at me, he goes, you should not be on the road. I was like, God damn, bro. Woo!
He was right.
He looked him right in his face and said, you shouldn't be here. You're dangerous. Right. I was like, oh, God.
Oh, Benny Sargent, bro. He's
the man, bro.
Love Stoll, you know.
Bro, he listens to our
yeah. Oh, Leo.
Hey, Well, I reached out. I said, "Yo, I got to get you one." He's like, "Nah, I'll leave that to you young guys."
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good. I don't want to do that.
Again, me, my on the top there. I do have to give a shout out to one of our mentors who I think I talked to you about this. Gave me a phone call a couple weeks ago, and
Yeah.
definitely has some uplifting words, and he's very very proud of both of us. And
Come on, bro.
which made me feel good, and also made me feel like it's one of those things when you get that affirmation from somebody that you look up to and kind of value their opinion and what they're saying. That makes you be like, all right, I'm not a piece of shit. I'm not fucking up. It's like it's not, because that put it this way, those everybody's, well, I would assume everybody has those people in their life. You put value in what they're saying, or what respect them for where they've been or what they've accomplished, and you value the information that they're giving you. Like saying this is person I feel like we both look up to, and that if he would have said, hey, you need to do A, B, and C, or you're lacking this area, whatever, I was like, I wouldn't take it. I'd take it to heart and be like, hey, I gotta straighten that up. You know what I mean?
Well, so we're talking Shiro. He knows we're listening. Yeah. We've talked about him before on the show, and we're gonna have him on the show at some point. But see, he's another one that so every time, so I'm confident in my investigative abilities, my concept of law enforcement. Like I feel like I got it. But every now and again, you meet people. He's one of them. You're like, I don't know shit, because he's probably forgotten more than I know and will ever know. There's a few other Batman, Big Blair.
Yep.
There's just people you meet that you're like, God damn, man. There are people that you can look up to. But with Shiro, he was not only a supervisor who would spend time talking to you, educating you, making you think outside the box, but then he would actually go with you and show you. So his actions. And then when shit hit the fan, please tell me you didn't arrest him because he was the slowest one. No, but he would help walk you through it, and like he made me a better cop, and he made me safe. He made me safer. He made me think about things. Bro, he talked about, sodium lighting. Where would you ever even learn about that?
But I don't think people.
Where would you even learn that?
I don't even think people like the way he just one of the most cerebral guys I've ever fucking been.
Yes.
Right? Just not even.
And he's like a SWAT guy, bro. He's like a tactics knuckle dragger. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not like a cerebral guy, not just in like law enforcement. I mean, just like in life, bro. Like,
yeah, for real.
Guy speaks Latvian. What?
Amongst other things. And then we'll also quote Star Wars, Conan the Barbarian, and then also we'll go over CQB and tactics, like all on the same night.
Yeah, you're like, how do you know this? What? How do you know this? Why do you know this? You know what I mean? But bro, it just the way people talk about LeBron James is like a basketball, like not even like physically, as like a basketball mind, like savant.
Yeah.
Like that, like Tony Shiro strikes me as one of those kinds of people who just like, I think we were talking about the other day. I was like, I don't know if he's Obi-Wan Kenobi or Qui-Gon Jinn. I don't know.
See, I think he's Qui-Gon, bro.
But either one of those things is like,
levels.
Right? Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's I don't know, man. But yeah, that dude is off the charts, man. So it was,
and he still gives a shit. 10 years after you worked under him, to call you, but hey, man, pick yourself up. This is what whatever. Like he still gives a shit. That's I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
not every supervisor can be like that, but if they all were, it'd be a better place.
Yeah. It's like again, it's like as a man of my age, like it's one of those types of men you look to be like, hey, like that's the type of person that I aspire to be at those levels of my not just my career, of my life. You know what I mean? Be like, hey, I want to be I want to be held in the same regard as that guy in life. You know what I mean? So I think that's
And you learn body language, remember? Because he always wore those circle glasses, bro. Yeah. But then when he would go to take them off, he'd be like, oh shit, we about to do something. We about to get into it.
He's doing the thing.
Bro. Yeah, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. Yeah, he'd put him in his pocket and be like, all right, this is what's happening.
I'm like, oh, what are you doing?
Bro, I remember I was dealing with a rock trade, and it was like a 60-year-old man who was, let a drug dealer hold his car for some crack rock or whatever, and then called his 80-year-old dad to pick up. I don't know, bro. I was so disgusted. I think I just verbally assaulted him and told him to get the fuck out of my face. And he was like, he walked down the street and he called back and cried and then Shiro shows up and he goes, I don't think Deputy Martin likes me. And Shiro goes, hey, Mark, can you come here? And I drove out and I was like, this mother, he goes, no, hold on. Who did you give your, go get his car. He saw the other side, the other angle. Listen, I'm learning.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's one of those kinds of people you get around. You're like, he knows so much that it makes me feel like I don't know anything.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, motherfucker.
Bro. Hey, can I get someone that speaks Latvian? 3Sierra one. I'm in, bro.
What?
What? You speak Latvian? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I took
a
a few
semester in
semesters in
college.
college. Yeah, it's all right. I got it.
What?
And did the whole thing. Fuck, I love that guy. All right, moving with a sense of urgency, but in life.
Yeah, man. And it's crazy, bro. I think, so it's weird, right? The time, again, here's another cliche, time is relative, right? And I really start to believe that because there's instances where like things that I've gone through just in life, like dating, all kind of shit. Some things just seem like a lifetime ago. You know what I mean? Like just in like a completely different life that I lived and just off in the thing, right? But then there's times when like, again, like I said, when I'm my younger self, and I guess that's the issue when you're young, right? You feel like you have all the time in the world, right? And again, no man knows the hour or the day of his end and his demise, right? But I think I'm trying to pinpoint maybe like the year, but I think it was when the arthritis in my knee really started to kind of like really started to flare up and like show itself. When I had to like really like make a decision, like, hey, do you want to run 3 miles or you want to walk 3 days in a row? We want to do it because right now I can't do both. Right.
Yeah.
Looking at I guess the deterioration of some of those things, it's like, man, not that you take life for granted, you know what I mean? But it's like, if I could go back and like, hey, there's a lot of things I would have just went after and done when I had the opportunity to do it a lot sooner. And that, like putting shit off, right? Like I probably would have done the diving thing years ago, you know? But I mean, that's just anything in life. Like, hey, buy a second house now. Like, oh, I'm going to wait till blah, 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 whatever. No, bro, you can do it now. Do it now. Like,
Are you still mad about buying that condo, bro? You should have bought it.
Yeah, man. That's no, that was gonna eat me up. Wow.
Yeah.
I resent myself a little bit for not doing that. But,
I was like, bro, you should do it.
Yeah, again, so that's the main one of the main reasons why. Like, and I guess it's like, if you have the opportunity to do it, you should do it because you never really know what's coming next. We had let's say a buddy of mine. This probably happened maybe 3 weeks ago. He went to get one of those life body scans. Right? Like, just I think our power it's like $400.
Yeah.
So I think his fiance talked him into it. I was like, oh, you should do we should get this thing done. It's whatever. Bro, he goes and does that thing. I think the thing only takes like 5-10 minutes. Like, at the end of the day, like, hey, you need to go to the doctor like now. We see something in here that's not good. You should go like if not now, like tomorrow morning, like as soon as possible. He goes the next day, gets a fucking open heart fucking thing because of whatever they saw in there, bro. He had no idea that was in there. No symptoms, no signs, no. I'm like, yeah. So like the more that I think about shit like that, and just like you never want to. When I was younger, one of my first jobs was in a retirement home. Some people know this. I was a waiter in a retirement home, and one thing I do enjoy about that time period was talking to older people. They claim retirement home, right? But I mean, like in their 60s, 70s, 80s, who like you would think they lived in a different time, right? Because it's 80 years ago, but that's really not that much time. But one of the running themes was they all had things that they wish that they could either do again or they regret not taking the opportunity to do things in their lifetime. And I'm like, man, this shit, I'm like, what would be worse, the pain of regret or the pain of trying and fucking and failing?
Yeah, I don't know. But so I struggle with that concept because to your point, to some extent, some things you need experience and you need to grow. Like I didn't get into law enforcement until I was 28, and there's guys that are coming in that are like 21, 22, whatever. There's no fucking way, bro. I know who I was back. There's no fucking way, but I love it now. But then also like things like podcasting and writing a book and stuff like that. Like it's from experience that I was able to put stuff in there. Right. And I'm older now. So I will say, I wish I would have, it's like, I wish I could have done this when I was younger. Cause dude, I work all day, come home, quick change, podcast, edit. It's a lot, dude. And then I got the book and the website, I got all this stuff going on. I'm an old man, bro. I'm tired. I need sleep, dude. And this and dealing with life and all the other stuff. But it's like going for it, right? I'm at a point now where I have time to go for it, so I'm going for it. But it's also like if I would have done this 10 years ago, I don't know that it would have been the same or I would have felt the same, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I look at it, and I get what you're saying. I think it's like, I'm not looking at it like if God or the universe or whatever you believe in, in that sense, right? Put something in your mind
Mhm.
and on your heart and on your spirit, you should fucking do it. And
Oh, for sure.
I believe you should do it. You should take advantage of it and do it, because she's like, oh, wait for the right time. There is no right time. I was like, there's no right time. Just fucking go. Just go. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I think that is more of the theme of, I guess, of what I'm speaking of. It's like when you feel compelled to do something, you should move, as opposed to just like, people waste a lot of time. There's a lot of time wasted in what is the term? Another cliche term. Analysis, paralysis by analysis.
Yeah.
Right? And people are
Yeah.
just like, oh, contemplating. I was like, oh, if it's on your fucking heart, just go, do it. Like, in
Yeah.
some cases, you're only going to get experience by trying, by doing, by going. Right? So it's like,
Yeah.
Like, oh man, how do currently in my one spot, like, how do you get good at writing crashes? Like, fucking writing crashes.
A lot of them.
How do you get good at shooting? By fucking shooting. How do you get good at this? By fucking doing it.
Yeah. I was talking with Adam and Vic on Street Tales, and we were talking about that, and we started talking about Delta, and everyone just like, they just see them and they're like, oh, they're so good, they're experts. But when you talk to a Delta guy, it's like, what people don't understand is we shot, and I might be exaggerating a little bit, but he goes, we would shoot 10,000 rounds a week, every week, week in, week out, for years.
Yeah.
You know how exhausting that is? And monotonous and mind numbing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how you get good.
That's how you get good.
Yeah.
And I think on that note, I think we've gotten into a place, I think, as a society where, because everything is at our fingertips phone wise, and everybody's like, watch me while I do this. Watch me while I do this. That it takes away like the awe and the greatness and I think it takes away from shit a little bit, because you get to see it all the time. Like, for example, we're talking about, like, I think, again, on sports, right? I think one of the biggest things that differences you have between Michael Jordan and LeBron James, they're both great. I was like, but one of the biggest differences is you've got to watch LeBron James every day, every fucking day, on social media, to blah, 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 every fucking day since he was in high school. Every fucking day. It's almost about, you take it for granted about how good he is. When it's like, when Jordan's like, you only saw him when he was on TV.
Yeah. There was no social media.
There was no social media. You didn't see him outside of that. So you only, some people never saw him play. They only saw highlights. Bro, when I was, I think, like 9 or 10, right, there was a point where I thought Michael Jordan never missed a shot. I honestly believe that as a kid. I was like, this guy's, I've never seen this guy miss a fucking shot. And the first time I actually saw it, I was like, is this breaking news? I just watched him miss a shot. Has this ever happened before?
That's a good point, bro.
You know what I mean? So it's like, people, and I think and this goes into, like I said, one of the other things we didn't get to last time was like, on this thing of like social fitness.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, get ready with me, watch me do this, watch me do this. It's almost like, are you doing this? Put it this way. I watch these videos sometimes and I ask myself, as somebody who has like I don't even call it like a platform, right? But I have a separate, Instagram thing where all I do is like work on positivity and motivational posts, whatever, right? But it's like, I wonder when some people put out certain content, it's like, are you doing this because it's what you enjoy doing and you just so happen to be like catching it on video from time to time, right? Or are you doing it so that people will look at you, right? In the sense of like, some of the shit kind of seems disingenuous, because it's like, are you, like, what am I looking at? It's like, okay, doing, pull those with your shirt off. Okay, cool. Or like, some of the ladies with, the super, super small shorts and, I was like, what exactly am I looking at? It seems to kind of just be like, same shit like these run clubs. Like we talked about offline, it's like run club, right? It's like, is it a run club or just like a social club? Because like, it looks like a social club. Like they have one here locally, it's like, it's a run club for people who don't run. Like, so it's a social thing. I was like, because it was like, have you ever been in like a structured fitness setting? We've done it in college, right? It's like, hey, you need to get with somebody on your level to go through this workout with, because we're not going to be taking the fucking weights on and off and yada, yada, yada. We're not doing it, right? It's like, you're not going to see the wide receivers working out with the O-line. It's just not. It's a completely different, whatever. So it's like, if you want somebody to be on your level, and the same thing with, again, some of these run clubs. Like, hey, if you're a 4-minute mile fucking pace guy,
I'm not running with you.
I'm not running. Like, you're not running with the 10-minute mile pace. Like they're gonna. Whatever, right? So like, some of a lot of the stuff seems in nature. Obviously, you have some of the ones like the Sam Solex guy who's doing this shit, and he's he's documenting what he's doing. He's going to be doing that anyway. Like he's just documenting the shit that he likes to do, as opposed to like people who are like doing it so that you will look at them. Like he's going to be doing that anyway, whether he was on YouTube or not. He'd be doing that. You know what I mean? So it's So like I said, some of all that shit kind of just ties together, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, it might not be the same topic, but could we talk about the fact that now the gym I go to, which is it's a good gym, but it's a meathead gym, that's why I go there. I like it. Everyone has their hoodies on with their headphones on. There's nobody talking. Leave me alone. I'm working out. That's the gym, and that's why I like it. But I will say, what annoys the shit out of me is the amount of goddamn cameras and phones and tripods, and I'm just like, dude, because you're getting me in your fucking bullshit. I don't want to be in it. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. And I will say, for the most part, the dude, well, there's a couple that taking their shirts off and all this other bullshit. The dudes that are doing it, it's like they're just, I don't know, man. It's more like Sam Sulek kind of, where they're just, this is what they're just working out. There's no flexing or posing, or I don't know. It's just, it feels different. But the females coming in with their white skimpy outfits where you can see their fucking private parts like imprint on the thing, and I'm just like, and then they're stretching like with the camera where their ass and their vagina is all hanging into the camera. I'm just like,
why are you looking at me? Excuse me,
dude. It was so bad one time. I've been riding the bike a lot for my knee. It was so bad, and I stopped what I was doing, picked my bike up, turned it around, and just stared at the wall, because I'm like, leave me alone. I'm not saying that she was doing it for me per se, but I'm like, bro, what is going on right now?
Yeah, I don't want to be a part of that.
I don't want anything, bro. That's I've got my hoodie. I'm just trying to, and you're like right here doing whatever it is you're doing. I'm just like, dude, I was like, I'm not even. I'm looking at a cinder block wall. But I'm like, there's got to be other gyms. Well, the thing is, this gym does have rooms for that with all the cameras and lighting where you can go do that shit.
Posing.
Why do you have to be in the middle of the gym doing that?
Bro, and it's like,
it drives me crazy.
I can't say that I don't.
Yeah, but you're in your own gym, dude. You're not in a public gym with people
I'm in my
around.
Space.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no my space. And again, I understand why people are doing it.
Yeah.
I know. Again, like, I
don't like it. So get out of here. You're in a public gym. Well, I shouldn't say, I don't know. Do you call it public? I mean, we all pay to be there.
Yeah.
But you're in a private gym. You're in your own gym. And the other thing is what I just said, this place has rooms for that, to go do that. So
not to document your workout, though.
They're not working out.
So is it the...
They're not recording themselves bench pressing and squatting. They're doing other things that I'm like, that's not a workout. I'm not even 100% sure what you're stretching right now.
Yeah, follow me on a stretch. Like, what?
Listen, I've done yoga. I love yoga. Everyone knows the baby pose. You lay on your back, you pull your knees to your chest. Got it. I have never once done that in the middle of a gym floor.
Oh, maybe their back hurts.
Bro, get out of here.
They're trying to loosen it up. Oh,
get out of here. Get out of here with that. All right, bro, you got a hard out. Last one. Do you know who you are? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, man. It's, again, as I, progress through life, right? We grow, we change, and come across things, situations. And I remember one of the first times I started going back to therapy. It's one of the first questions my therapist asked me. It's like, who are you? I'm like, oh. She's like, let me stop you. She's like, don't tell me what you do. Like, don't tell me, I'm a student athlete and blah, 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 and all that. So I was like, don't tell me any of those things. It's not what I'm asking. Like, who are you? And it took me a really long time to even try to grasp the concept of the question. So as the actor was talking to make sure I mentioned this to him, I was like, at this stage of my life, I realized that I would be in the sense of like doing the job, right? There's people who the things that they do make them who they are. And there's people who happen to just, like, I am who I am. I just happen to do these other things, right?
Yeah.
Like, I would be who I am whether I was a cop, whether I was a firefighter or a fucking pilot or whatever. I would still be who I am. And I think a lot of people, but at this stage of my life, it takes me knowing who I am deeply just as a person, right? As a human being, the things that I like, where I view the world, that kind of thing. And being, not only that, but also being comfortable in my own skin and being comfortable with myself and who I am is peaceful, and I think it's freedom. And I think, and I hear a lot of people speak, and I watch them, what they do, and, listen to things they say. And I think there's a lot of people who don't like themselves. And when you like yourself and know who you are, it makes them look up. And it's like you can just tell. Like, I've run into it a few times, probably more so professionally. Not even like in a kiss my ass kind of way, right?
Uh-huh.
But like, it's like, oh, it's like you're not doing what I want you to do, like a supervisor or whatever. It's like, okay, do I
So
have to? Like, so, like for example, like people would, and I think we did this. Oh, we probably did this too once we're younger, and also fresh in our career. Like, oh, the maid is coming in. Okay, no need to get all freaked out or do whatever. We're all grown adults in here. Yeah, I don't, I know that, but it's interesting. It's if I'm looking at my younger self as opposed to who me now. I kind of always knew who I was, but I think it's the feeling comfortable in your skin and just being satisfied with who you are as a person. I think I said it takes time. There's a lot of outside influences just from society and all kinds of shit. Like if you're not doing this, then you're not doing it right, or you're not going about life right, or whatever. But like I said, more so recently, I've come to be like, you know what, this is who I am. This is what I like to do. This is me. Well, I'm doing whatever, and I'm good with that. I'm fine with that. It is what it is. As forget the movie No Regrets. Or No Regrets about other things.
there you go, bro.
I am who I am. I think what it is.
Well said. I got nothing.
I like why I'm being gold teeth. Okay. So
I was
what?
gonna say you should have told your therapist I'm BJ Rose. What's up?
Exactly. What's up? That's who I am.
Well said, brother. All right, man. Well, I'll see you
Yeah,
tomorrow
man.
night. Be in LA, baby.
All right, brother. I'll see you.